Coming all the way from Southeast Port of Spain Secondary School. Put your hands together and welcome Miss Amakiah Fraser.
Good afternoon. The title of my piece is A River's Plea. Water. Seep down your sink into feet, down drains in the streets, through the veins of your leaves, till the heat turns drops into breeze, condenses into clouds, back down into rivers, meanders into seas, and repeat sweet melodies of a cyclic beauty. But sadly, this is not a sweet melody, but more of an elegy in loving memory of our water sources. Because what was lost could never be regained. A river's plea for those who still fail to see that every drop counts. Counts down to the last drop when our reservoirs would be drained. For those who still fail to see that 75% of the human body is nothing without rivers and seas, therefore without water, we will never be the same. We label poor human practices as innocence when we are guilty. We are the ones to be blamed. With an increase in pollution, the volume of fresh water depreciates. We are the reasons pesticides pester the pockets of our aquifers because our excessive use of fertilizers contaminate our groundwater. Foul stenches emanate from rainwater as it percolates because sewage water goes untreated. Unbeaten by the fact that despite the wide provision of waste disposal, plastic bottles still rain and parade our streams, followed by deafening screams when rain falls, overflowing our drains. The quality of our water is depleting. And our trees, we make them fall to their knees to make tables and bed frames. For infrastructure, easily demolish and defame, we rather risk eroding water channels that can never be regained. When creeks and rivers are replaced with loose soil that creeps into their bodies, it forms heaps of mud that slowly seeps into our seas. Rivers overflow like our eyes when our houses capsize. It's a shame that we risk our trees to risk our lives. Don't you realize that the quality of our water slowly decreases? That the amount of water available never increases? That every drop we waste can never be regained? That it's gone every time we fail to sustain? So who will take the responsibility? We can't put the pressure on Wassa just because they have the technology. When the entire earth is a desert, who gonna save we? Wait. Who gonna save we? You didn't hear the news recently? I shouldn't be the one to report to you, but God is not a Trini. I'm not from CNC3, but my name doesn't have to be Sagoni for you to foresee the conditions of this earth and how it would be if we fail to neglect our responsibilities. It's a shame that we constantly have to be reminded of our responsibilities. It's a shame that I had to come here to write an elegy for 99% of the rivers that we will never see. It's a shame that things aren't taken seriously unless written in elegies. A river's plea. Only 1% is reserved. In other words, one drop out of a cup is all we have to conserve. In other words, one drop would hop out of that cup. It would be mopped if we fail to conserve. Every day, we should make one change. Take one step. Flip one page. Until we are closer to the days where we are further from the stage, where the only sign of our existence would be the buildings we built and the roads we paved. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow.